More than half of removable aliens live in those jurisdictions that have sanctuary policies intended to hinder immigration enforcement and prohibit cooperation between state and local law enforcement and federal immigration enforcement, which is almost always a violation of federal law and imposes enormous costs on taxpayers. My organization has been tracking these policies since 2015, and we maintain a list and map of jurisdictions and policies on our website. Those who promote sanctuary policies often claim that they're needed to build trust with immigrants so that they'll report crimes or to avoid distracting local law enforcement agencies with immigration enforcement. These claims are disproven and disingenuous. In fact, sanctuary policies are an irrational political response based on disagreement with federal immigration policy and opposition to enforcement of immigration laws. The motivations for sanctuary policies are ideological and political, but the cost of sanctuary policies is unfortunately very tangible. First, the public safety costs. And these are the most significant and problematic. Between October of 2022 and February of 2025, sanctuary jurisdictions refused more than 26,000 detainers for criminal aliens. Half of these were in California, and large numbers also were released in Illinois, Virginia, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. The individual jails that released the most were Santa Clara County, California, Cook County, Illinois, and Fairfax County, Virginia. In 2024 alone, the Fairfax County Sheriff declined to honor 744 detainers for criminals that she had in custody. That's more than 2 a day. Some of these are gang members with long rap sheets who get arrested over and over, costing county taxpayers untold sums in repeated crimes, prosecution, and incarceration. Others are child predators and sex offenders. Oregon is another place that protects criminal aliens with strict sanctuary policies. Last fall, ICE actually had to issue subpoenas just to try to get 4 Oregon sheriffs to share information on violent felons who had been released despite ICE detainers. They had convictions for rape, assault, child exploitation, and kidnapping, among other crimes. What possible reason can there be for not cooperating with ICE for their removal? It's certainly not a public safety reason. And it seems as if they actually want to make immigration enforcement as costly and labor-intensive as possible. Besides blocking law enforcement agencies from cooperating with ICE, sanctuary states typically have other policies that attract illegal settlement and thus burden taxpayers with support of illegal immigrants. Besides funding emergency health care and schooling for all, a number of sanctuary states go farther and choose to provide Medicaid, subsidized health insurance, nutrition assistance, housing, and much more. Illegal immigrants use these welfare programs in large numbers. My organization has found that over 60% of illegal alien-headed households are using at least one form of welfare program, and usually more than one, at a cost of tens of billions of dollars to taxpayers. This is why any resources spent on immigration enforcement actually save taxpayer money in the long run. It is my repeated observation that the politicians who support sanctuary policies are not moved by the costs or the pain their policies have caused American families. Victims like Stephanie Minter, Denny McCann, Drew Rosenberg, Matthew Denise, Dominic Durden, Laken Riley, and Kate Steinle, and so many others. These are priceless lives lost to sanctuary policies, and it's wrong to trivialize their loss as a statistical blip. Some states like South Carolina, Florida, and Texas have banned sanctuary policies. The Trump administration is making progress through outreach and litigation, but while the federal government likely cannot force sanctuary jurisdictions to do the right thing, it can create consequences for sanctuaries. Congress needs to create additional consequences like disqualification from certain federal funding, so that taxpayers are not subsidizing sanctuaries. Congress should also clarify that state and local police have the authority to cooperate with immigration enforcement so that they can't be blocked from doing it by state or local laws. In addition, those who are seriously harmed as a result of sanctuary policies should have some resource in the courts. Thank you.